Pahlaj Nilani, the newly appointed chief of the censor board, is in the eye of a controversy over a prescribed list of abusive words which filmmakers will not be allowed to use anymore. His colleagues have accused him of acting unilaterally by pushing through this curse list. But in his first interview since this controversy started, the censor chief is on the defensive, not just justifying his actions, but also making some damaging allegations. Listen in.
Movies like Sholay, movies like Gangs of Wasseypur, Omkara, Bandit Queen, Dawn, all of these movies, according to you, should not have cleared because they have these words in them.
Mega, first of all, Ganga Jamna, Dilip Kumar. Dilip Kumar movie, 1 minute. It was the first dacoit film on the Indian cinema. वो पिक्चर को पास नहीं हो रही थी. It was a ban. और वो पिक्चर जो है ना पॉलिटिकली मतलब वाई बी चौहान के थोड़ा नेहरू जी तक जाके दिलीप कुमार ने मतलब वो पिक्चर जो है ना क्लियर गंगा जमुना
और
शोले वाज पास बाय द गवर्नमेंट itself. Sanjay Gandhi has interfered in that and it has been passed clear. You can inquire from your research and you will come to know how the difficult got the censor and altered किया गया पिक्चर को in the climax and then picture has been cleared.
What about Gangs of Wasseypur and Omkara?
हाँ, then I think Gangs of Wasseypur जो है अगर जो है क्योंकि 9 साल से ड्यूरिंग द चेयरमैन ऑफ शर्मिला टैगोर एंड लास्ट चेयरमैन वो ऑफिस उन्होंने ज़्यादा अटेंड नहीं की, ना वर्कशॉप किए, ना ज़्यादा उन्होंने
कुछ इट्स
बिकॉज आरओ वाज हैंडलिंग द थिंग एंड एवरीबडी नोज अबाउट द राकेश कुमार हाउ द फंक्शनिंग वाज देयर एंड हाउ द सिंसियरली एंड ऑनेस्टली दे हैव वर्क फॉर द सेंसर बोर्ड. Because of that thing has been come into the media.
What do you mean sincerely, honestly?
Sincerely means what? They have got from their own interest. They have done the everything, and it has been case in the CBI.
No. Please, can you explain? What are you saying? How did they get the censor clearance?
Everybody knows then how they got the producer has paid the money and they got the cleared the picture everywhere. I think every movie which is not through the guideline, everybody has taken on this right. Everybody knows that. Every agent knows that. Every person knows from the industry how they were dealing it. And because it has come in the CBI. That means it's a guideline. When Omkara was passed, Saif Ali Khan was on the hero and Sharmila Tagore was the chairman.
That is why Omkara got passed?
Then after that, all galis and everything has been, abuse language has been passed. After that, it says door is open.
You are making allegations.
There is no allegation. That's a fact. I'm not putting any allegation.
So had Sharmila Tagore not been on the censor board, this movie would not have passed?
Maybe. Because there was a guideline was strictly followed by the people. Everybody knows that there was this thing.
Censor board member Ashok Pandit, who in fact had spoken out earlier against Pahlaj Nilani, has again questioned the fresh allegations that Nilani has made.
Debate about the divide within the CBFC. We spoke to CBFC chairperson Pahlaj Nilani this morning, where he said that he is applying rules from a rule book that was already existing in the system, but not applied by the people in the past.
No, I don't think so. Because earlier also people who were there, they were all sensible people and they were people of integrity and they were all educated people. So saying that rules were not applied earlier, I think it's a wrong notion and it's a wrong statement to be made. And I am of an opinion that you cannot, Talibanize the entire industry like this. Moreover, just because the earlier people didn't do it, and that's why I'm doing it, is also on a wrong notion, because we thought that we, as belonging to the film industry, we could have made a difference by sitting with the film industry. We could have made the changes. We could have seen to it and understood the problems with the producers and the directors which are facing, and then it's high time we start respecting the filmmakers. And moreover, you issue a list, and none of us are being, we are not aware of it, and we could have sat together, and we could have discussed. The board members could have sat and discussed together. We could have, debated amongst each other. And then, as it is, the meeting was going to be organized very soon. So, what was the hurry? That is what my contention is. And then we cannot go in the medieval age of film where we are talking about competing with the international cinema and world cinema. It's very important for us to identify with the generation today and great filmmakers. And then let us stop doubting the intelligence of a filmmaker. Let us not treat him like a worker, or let us not treat him like a slave. Let us have confidence in them, and confidence in a filmmaker, and allow him to do what he wants to do.
All right. In fact, filmmaker Shoojit Sircar is with us on the phone line now. Mr. Sircar, what do you make of these allegations that now the censor board chief is making? He's saying that in the past, money has changed hands if film certification is required. He's cast aspersions on the former board chief, Sharmila Tagore, saying that Omkara, her son's film, got a clearance only and only because she was at the helm of affairs.
I don't know about that, so I won't be able to comment on that. But regarding this, the new that they have issued notice to all the filmmakers. I think we are also somewhere a responsible citizen of this country. We also, as a filmmaker, know where is the where is the borderline. The films I have made then would have never been made, and my films are all been quite social issues. One was on Kashmir. The second was Vicky Donor. With
Correct.
this notice, my Vicky Donor film would not have released at all. And that film dealt with infertility, and a lot of serious issues. A divorcee falling in love, mother-in-law and daughter-in-law possibly drinking together, adoption. And there are many issues it dealt with. Then I had Madras Cafe. So I think they should relook at what they have done. And it's a very subjective thing, because I think it should be done from film to film, not generalize it. So I think they should definitely go back to their board members and everybody and relook at the decision that they have taken.
Mr. Sircar, also, do you think that there's a sense of disarray within the censor board, because now there are members disagreeing with each other about whether this sort of a list which prohibits the usage of certain words should be issued at all or not, whether everyone was on board or not?
See, even I don't know about that dispute, but I only know that this notice has come to me, and I was really little surprised receiving this, because normally you don't judge a film or a filmmaker. Yes, you can rate it. You can say, okay, fine, this film is not good for UA, it's good for adult. I can understand that. But not using it, that doesn't mean that we are only making U films. I mean, that means we can't make or use words which we are using in our daily language, daily, everyday life. So I think they should go back onto the table and get back, because this is absolutely going to ruin a lot of films which are have good intentions and are for social issues and social value.
All right. Thank you very much, Shoojit Sircar, for speaking to us. Filmmaker Hansal Mehta also with us now. Would you be okay, Hansal Mehta, with complying with this list that has been issued by the censor board? Have you got the list, first of all? And what did you make of the text of that list, the words that have been included?
Well, I've seen the list. I haven't received the list yet, but I've seen the list. And I was half expecting this because, this whole appointment of the censor board very often seems like, it's always been very politically motivated. So the board and its members are usually, appointed to push the agenda or the so-called ideology of the present establishment. So I was half expecting this. Many years ago, during Vajpayeeji's government also, Arvind Trivedi, I remember, had been made the censor chief, and we had similar, archaic, guidelines that were thrown at us. And the sad part is, Mr. Nihalani has been a part of the industry. He was the pioneer of the double meaning film. He
In fact, Mr. Mehta, I was reading your interview the other day and you spoke about how the RSS version of Indian culture is now going to be pushed into Indian filmmaking. Is that what you apprehend, that now you're going to have this sort of moralistic undertone being adopted, or other people being forced to adopt this moralistic undertone in all your films, whether you like it or not?
I'll tell you this much. An artist cannot be chained. He cannot be confined to the diktat of a political or moral ideology. So it will be difficult at times. Different ideologies use different ways of imposing their beliefs on art, their moralists, their values on art. But that does not stop art from blossoming. So I don't really fear this, but I am quite disgusted. Somebody, what they should have ideally done is looked at revising or, completely scrapping this 1952 Cinematograph Act. Instead, he is using that as a basis that, that those guidelines were not properly enforced. Forget enforcement. You need to look at the way forward. So you were, every time we are taken back in time. And
why you're regressing into the dark ages. But Mr. Mehta, I also want to get your opinion on another very startling thing that Mr. Nihalani has said today. He's alleged that in the past, money has changed hands. You also spoke about political pressure, that political pressure was brought upon the censor board members to decide what kind of certification a film gets or whether it gets clearance at all or not. Do you think this happens? Have you seen this happen in your experience?
Well, I've heard about it. I really cannot say this with full confirmation. I can only say that I have never done that. I've never had to do that. There have been times when, there's this whole, the entire system is slightly, it is quite bad because, censor certificate applications are made through agents. An agent comes and tells you that you need to itne paise aapko isko dene padenge, isko itna dena padega for a screening date. At every stage, it is a rot that has set into a system which the censor board is symptomatic of. It is the censor board is only a part of that issue. It is a system that is so rotten. I don't know. Certification has always been very debatable. I've in the past filed RTIs to question the censor board's decisions. That, I had issues with my film Shahid being granted a A certificate.
Correct.
Whereas other films in the same year were granted a UA certificate. And I had asked for reasons, and the censor board was never able to come up with a really strong reason for their decisions. So I've always found it very arbitrary. And when decisions are arbitrary, when decisions go against the underdog, you are forced to sort of sense some level of corruption in the system.